How's it going, guys?
Good. Congratulations on the birth of your child.
Thank you.
So, does this does it ever get old? I mean,
No. I mean, like, it doesn't get old, but it feels different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared or like I don't have like anxiety about it. Like, it's more like what I do now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just become a natural part of my life. Training camp, comes once a year, so like let's have fun doing it.
You didn't really have a chance to work with the quarterbacks because you were taking care of more important business. What do you want to accomplish in the next couple of weeks with them specifically?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to build their confidence, like in me, and just build their confidence in our offense, and just set the tone that we're going to be a physical, fast offense, and that we're going to pass the ball a lot, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
And how much did you guys work in the offseason? I mean, after OTAs in camp, did you get a chance to get out and get some work done?
Yeah. So we actually took a trip down to Miami. Like, we had a little three day straight, and it was fun. Like, we got some good work in. Like, we were working pretty much from 8:30 to 12, and then after that we just hung out. We fished. We went to the beach and went to dinner a couple times, and I had a lot of fun.
All three quarterbacks and receivers, or how was it? Who all?
Yeah, so we had all three quarterbacks, and I would say 95% of our offensive skill players. I mean, you can't expect everybody to like drop plans they've had for a year or two. You know what I'm saying? So we had a really good turnout. I thought it went well because this is my first time kind of helping set something like that up. So I was very pleased with how it went because we did meetings, we did walkthroughs, and we did routes on air. So, which is better than what I thought it was going to be. So I was pretty pleased with how it turned out.
You missed OTAs with the hip. Did you participate? Were you able?
Oh yeah.
To play football?
Yeah. So I was there full go for all 3 days, and we've been running routes pretty much almost almost a week after OTAs is like when I started to run.
So is the hip's just not an issue right now?
No. So like it's getting better, and like we're gonna keep going and progress through a camp. But I will be out there on day one.
So who's in charge of the meetings? Like, there's no coaches, so who's with you?
So it was mainly quarterbacks, and then like I said a couple things about like opening statements, but really the quarterbacks are the offensive leaders. So you let them lead. Because like I want those like other guys to see, hey, like these are the QBs, like we're gonna listen to them and like what they say. So.
How much do you think those kind of get-togethers matter? When you get out here, you think there's a lot of carryover?
Absolutely, because it shows commitment. Because everybody came out there like on their own dollar. You know what I'm saying? Like in the past, we had some higher net worth quarterbacks that like would like pay for that, but like the fact that everybody came out like on their own dollars shows that everybody is like committed and that they're like serious about it.
You're used to working with those veterans. What's it been like working with Anthony so far?
Yeah, I mean Anthony has been great. I mean everything that he does. I mean he's a physical specimen. I mean just like looking at him, like when I first saw him, I'm like, this dude looks like a running back, quarterback. Looks like he could be elite receiver. I mean he looks like he can do it all. And like his like arm strength, like he'll just drop back and he'll just flick his wrist, the ball goes 80 yards. Like it's insane. So.
Do you feel like you've gotten to know him much so far?
Yeah, so he's kind of a quiet guy, like in general, but I feel like I'm getting to know him better. He's just so focused like in his work that sometimes like he forgets that like we're his friends too. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we're not just his coworkers, just like we want to be cool and have fun together too. So
it's important for the workouts. I mean, this is another year, another change at quarterback. I mean, you've got to be used to it. But isn't it important to be together and work together?
Well, I mean, like it's important to like get that work, but again, I mean, the NFL is constant changing. Like just like you never know like what can happen. So you don't want to be expecting something and then you have a 360 and something else happens. So like you just kind of like roll with it, and it makes no difference to me at this point. Like just like we're just gonna keep playing.
Was this mini camp like planned for you all? Was this something that you just kind of spontaneously did after drafting a young quarterback?
Yeah, so it was basically like I don't want to say that it was 100% planned, but it wasn't spontaneous. Like it's something that we do like every year, that we try to do at least like once a year. So we always planned to do it. Like I just didn't know when, and I didn't know where that we were going to go, but we decided on Miami, and it was fun. So I'm glad that we did it.
You're considered a veteran in the wide receiver room, so what is some advice you're giving to Josh Down and some of the younger guys entering this group?
Yeah, I would say the most important thing that I told them is don't read everything good they say and don't read everything bad they say, because for like young guys who don't know, like they could be reading these stuff and be like, and like actually believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these times, I mean, you guys are very knowledgeable, but you guys don't always know what's going on inside of our tight circle that's in the building. So, like I just told them, don't believe the good stuff and don't believe the bad stuff, and just stay consistent.
That's a very diplomatic answer. I like that. There's a real question. I was going to say, with Anthony, it's such a tall task. I feel like for a rookie quarterback to whenever he becomes a starter eventually, right? That's a big job, a lot of eyeballs, all that. How do you think he's sort of prepared for that? He seems like he's well equipped for that part of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think that he's a very confident guy, and I think that's probably the most important trait in like NFL players. Period, is like confident guys. So he has that, and like he works hard. I mean, he's always studying like his playbook. I mean, like I can barely get him to look up at me like sometimes, like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, hey Ant, like he's down like this, like looking at his playbook. Like I'm like, Anthony, you know what I'm saying? So he's just always working, and he just has a great work ethic, and like I just can't see him not being successful the work that he puts in.
There's been talk about obviously the extension. Is there anything there, or do you plan on just playing out the contract?
Oh, like I don't worry about that stuff. I mean, I'm just out here focused on camp, just playing every day. Like it's a different day, every day is different from the next. Just treat it like an individual day, separated from the other one. So I'm just working on I'm just working on having fun and doing what I can do to make this team better, and then all that'll happen later on, sooner or later on, never. I mean, just like it don't make no difference to me. Like I'm here to play now.
There is some value to putting together a big year, right? And then and maximizing your opportunities. I mean, this is a business, right? I mean,
absolutely. Every year that you play is basically like a job or like it's a job audition for 32 teams. It's a job audition for your team and the 31 others. So that's kind of how I've taken every year, because you never know what happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you get to the end of the year, like they might be like, you know what, Pitt, you stink. We don't want you no more. And then I got to go find a new place to play. So